So I'm not making this video to gossip or nothing like that, but I'm making it for motivation, inspiration, and edification. So, man, I need a rich wife that's gonna take me for how I am, missing teeth and all that. Yeah, I need a rich wife, man. They train a lot of these women to think they don't need a man and they gotta be independent and stuff like that, or they gotta look for all this in a man. Women that's rich, that got money, she just want a man to be a man. She ain't looking for all that other stuff that they put in their head. You know what I'm saying? Oh, if he ain't got a job and he don't make more money than me. Some women act like that. But my man, I just got off the phone with one of my brothers, right? He used to watch me when I used to create content on YouTube back in like 2018 and stuff like that. When I used to believe in Islam and stuff like that. But you know, we grow throughout time in life, and all praise to the Most High. This brother, like, he was like, he don't he don't identify by a Muslim or a Christian or, you know what I'm saying, none of that stuff. He don't follow religion. You know what I'm saying? So he more like spiritual, I guess. But we talk like long. We used to talk all the time. We used to work and be on the phone, door dashing and stuff like that, and working DoorDash at the same time. But he had moved from Chicago and moved down to Florida, right? And he just living his life and stuff like that. But we kind of like lost contact, right? Because we used to talk like in like 2017, 2018, and we used to talk all the time. I met him off YouTube, you know what I'm saying? He used to support me and stuff like that for making content and stuff like that. I used to always provide information and stuff like that. Kind of had debates with the scholars on Side platform with Dr. Reggie. So always was into the information and stuff like that. But met this brother when I was doing my thing on YouTube back then. And sometimes when it's meant, the Most High keep you connected with certain people. So I was going through checking my messages, and I was just starting to hit up everybody that had sent me messages in the past, and then he sent me his number and stuff like that. So we talked, but last time we talked, man, I think he got my number, or I had something like that. He had my number already, and I think I blocked him because when he gave me his number just now, he was on the block list. I had to take him off the block list because he used to call me and like try to debate and all that type of stuff. And we used to be yelling at each other, going back and forth and stuff like that about history and all type of stuff. So I got tired of you know what I'm saying, having those conversations. So I just blocked his ass. But brother was like, brother said he done met him a rich woman, right? He's telling me that he had lost his job or something like that, and she was like supporting him and showing him love. It's like, yo man, no matter what, I'm gonna be there for you and stuff like that. He's telling me about to get married and stuff like that this weekend. So all praises, all praise to the Most High. I told him, man, put me on with one of her friends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, put me on one of the friends. So he's like, she rich. He's still on YouTube. He got a channel and all that. I'm just not gonna tell y'all his channel or nothing like that. But you know, matter of fact, he used to do the battle rap. He used to do the battle rap. So I think he cool with Big T, the rapper from Chicago. So yeah, I don't know if they still talk, but he showed me like videos and stuff with him and Big T. But I'm telling him, yo, we need to make a music. We need to get into the music. I don't know if you know how to make beats or if you want to make songs with me, I'm trying to get him to start going to business with me because he telling me like, yo, man, she gave me this. I'm not to be trying to be material or nothing like that. But he was like, yeah, shit. When I lost my job, she hit me with a couple $1,000. Then every time I look, it's like every week, she was giving me like a couple thousand. He's like, I'm moving in with her. He's like, they about to get married. So he's like, yeah, man. He told me the type of job she got. I said, I don't care about none of that, man. Care about none of that. Put me on with one of the friends, a cousin, sister, something like that. Find me one like her. I'm moving down there before the year's over. You know what I'm saying? He said he gonna talk to her after the honeymoon or whatever. So if it be the will of the Most High, man, I'm gonna get me a rich wife, and I'm out of here. I'm gonna get me one of them rich ass wives, and I'm out of here, man. I don't need a woman to take care of me. I just need a woman that's rich to help invest in me in businesses that we can start together, get married, and then I'm gonna be a man and lead and provide. You know what I'm saying? We not type of men. Most men is not like looking for a woman to take care of them. We work already. You know what I'm saying? I work already. It's just that I don't have no help. So marriage is something that's honorable. Marriage is honorable and all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God would judge. But you don't want to be married to no woman where she feel like you got to provide for her. Now you got to go out and pay all the bills, bust your ass. She want to be a stay-at-home wife. I don't want one of them type of women. I want a rich wife. So she can invest in me, and then I can do what I do. And if she ever need me, I got her. But she don't need me because she got her own money because she rich. God will bless some of us like that. You know what I'm saying? He might not never bless me with that. But this brother right here, it's just good to have a brother that got these type of relationships. So I'm trying to tell him, man, put me on with a friend. We go in the music business, whatever you want to do. He sent me a little couple dollars yesterday. He said, man, he said, I'm about to be in there. He said she about to buy me a truck and all that. He's talking about what type of truck you like. So I'm telling him, man, yeah, all right. Whenever you got it, send me a couple extra dollars. I'm trying to go to the cookie dispensary and get some better weed, man. Yeah, he sent me a little $50 yesterday. All praises to the Most High, because I was like hurting. Still got bills to pay. Trying to gamble and win a couple dollars on this FanDuel stuff, but it's working. I'm trying to work it slow. That's why when you got a wife, you come together with your wife, you create businesses, you got land, you can farm your land, sell fruits, whatever you got to do, you know what I'm saying, to survive. You can get a horse, charge people to ride the horse, whatever you got to do, you know what I'm saying, with land, your mind go into more of a business type of mind instead of like no disrespect, but paying rent every month and, I'm just, check to check type of stuff. You got more freedom in your living, you know what I'm saying, and your living and your living style, I guess, if you want to say it like that, with a home and land, and you know what I'm saying, a little bit, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I wouldn't mind leaving, going down to Florida. I gladly move to Florida, man. Or anywhere. He leaving Florida. He said they about to see, because her job, he said they travel all around the world. He going to Spain, he going out the country, all type of stuff. So yeah, I need me one of those because I do the music for the Lord. And once I get one of them type of women, I could travel around the world, all type of stuff. And you know what I'm saying? I need one of them. I hope that the brother really, you know what I'm saying, plug me in. One of the friends put that word in. Yeah, put that word in. I'm gonna tell him, keep putting in his head, man, find me a friend that want the same thing like she doing for you. Tell her, talk to her and tell her, man. Tell her what I'm going to tell her. He said, yeah, she wants somebody, want to know if I got family. I could tell her you my brother. I said, yeah, I'm your brother in Christ. Yeah, man. Because the women that's struggling, they don't want no man that's barely just making it.
They want a man that got money. They gonna say what type of job you got and all that stuff. The woman that's rich, she don't care what type of job you got. She the one that's gonna give you money when you don't got no job, so you can get on your feet until you get a job. A woman that's giving a brother $2,000 a week, I want me one of those. Don't worry about it, baby. Yeah, give me one of those. You hear me? Brother said, yeah, man, I'm on. He said, I said, you rich, brother. You a millionaire. Oh, she said, you ain't, she said, she told him, you ain't gonna never, you don't never need nothing and all this and that. I just hope it all works out for him. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't dealing with no witchcraft or nothing like that. Yeah, we bind and rebuke all the unclean spirits. If there's any traps or anything, let my brother had a vision to see through it and all that. But nah, it could be real love, man. You know what I'm saying? The brother, the brother found him a blessing from the Lord. Yeah, found him a blessing. He said, "She, man, I don't want to put all the information out there, but this is what made me come up with this video, make this topic, because sometimes God will use a woman to bless you. You know what I'm saying? And she won't even care about none of your other life or none of that. He said she ain't got no children, none of that. He got a daughter inside. He said my daughter's set for life, man. He said my daughter's set for life. He got a couple daughters. He got one in Chicago. He said he just went to go see her, and then he got one down, I think, down in Florida. He said she could live in a mansion. He says like a he says like a 4 bedroom. She ain't got no kids, none of that. She gave him the keys or something like that. He about to move in. He said, "Yeah, I'm moving in. I'm on." He said, "I'm in there." That make me feel good to see brothers, you know, righteous, living righteous. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful feeling. I want a piece of that. Connect me, plug me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it gotta use anybody, man. You gotta use anybody. I told him promote me on his channel, right? Because he got a platform. I I ran across him on YouTube, right? So actually, he came across my YouTube channel. Then we was talking, and I got mad because he was like, he was still like trying to. I don't know if he was doing it joking around, but I was talking to him about my faith now in Christ, and he was like, "Oh man, you can't follow the Bible. The Bible's a man-made book." He said the Son is God and all this stuff. He started talking crazy. So I said, "Man," we start yell. I started yelling at him. We going back and forth. I blocked him. This is the last time we talked because he found out about my my old YouTube channel. Then I seen him on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Then I seen him on YouTube, and he got his platform all like almost 20,000 subscribers or something like that. He got his monetization and all that, so he doing his thing, and he act like he ain't even know me, but he did kind of like recognize me. But I was talking in the chat, and you know he tried to play it off like he didn't really know me like that. He's trying to act funny in front of his subscribers. But when he came in my chat, I shouted him out and showed him love. And I had over 30,000 subscribers. I was like, "Oh yeah, what's up, my guy from Chicago and this and all that." Said his name and all that. So yeah, man, we used to talk every day, bro. I used to be working in Connecticut door dashing. He used to be in Florida door dashing. Yeah. Matter of fact, he got this girl number one day. I was on the phone with him while he was door dashing. I think she worked at the security gate or something like that. Yo, we used to be wilding. I used to be hopping out on people, people that be acting crazy on me. He's like, yo, you gotta stop hopping out on people. You gonna get shot. I was just telling him about an incident I had. Somebody did pull out a gun on me. He said, yeah, I know you thought about me, right? I didn't even hop out on this dude. We had a back and forth altercation. He was in his car, I was in my car with the windows down there. He pulled out the gun and pointed it at me. I said, what the fuck? I'd start going crazy. I told her, yo, call the cops on this dude. This nigga pulled out a white dude. Say he pulled out a gun on me. Some old white man called the cops on him and testified and wrote a statement. The police had cameras. It was state troopers. They went there. They seen he had 2 guns in his car and they let him go. But they came and arrested me though, because his car windows got busted. But if your possession is 9/10 of the law, if I said that he pointed a gun at me and you got a witness that wrote a statement, they was supposed to do something about that, arrest him or something, but they let him keep them guns because he was white and he had a military stick on the side of his car. But God is good. He worked everything out in the legal, you know what I'm saying? Because the DA knew that that dude was a liar. So that's what the public defender told me. So all praises to the Most High.
Because they charged me with criminal mischief, but they dropped it and lowered it, and I didn't have to pay no fines or nothing like that. So it worked out as a blessing. But that was a learning experience. That's actually what brought me to the Most High. Right around that time, I was like leaving the Islam stuff. I was stopping to believe in that, because that's what made me stop believing in the Moorish science and Noble Drew Ali. Because when I fought that court case, I tried to call Kemetu Bey from New York City. He say his mom is a pastor or something like that. Kemetu Bey. I tried to call this dude and he tried to charge me money to prepare a case for me or something like that. And he talking about the white man is the slave master. They all say that, but you want them slave notes to do with the prepared case. And then it was a Moor from New Jersey, and he was like, man, we ain't having it, man. What you want me to do? This nigga was ready to come to court from New Jersey and start arguing with the judge and all that. I said, nah, man, nah, I'm good, man. I think I'll be all right.
He's like Black Panther type nigga. We ain't taking no prisoners. I'm showing up there. You want me to write the judge? What you want me to do? But you know what I'm saying? Like, after I started to see like these niggas ain't no nation. They keep talking about they a nation and you know all this stuff. These niggas all fake. They act like a secret society. Matter of fact, most of them Freemasons. The Moorish science temples was infiltrated by the Freemasons. So a lot of them sheiks is Freemasons. Once I started opening my eyes up to that, and then I started really getting into the word slowly after that, I never looked back. You know what I'm saying? Been in the word ever since. That was maybe around what, 2019, 2020, 2021, somewhere around there. I brought the Bible in 2023, so maybe 2022, 2023, it could have been there, but I brought it in June 2023. Been in the word ever since. So all throughout that time, I come to Christ, and this was one of the brothers that found my channel, and it was another brother from St. Louis, Supreme El Bey. Yes, Supreme El Bey from St. Louis. He found me when I was preaching the gospel too. He came through and left a comment one time, but that's I don't remember none of them dudes like that. Only a few of them, and you know, they still on YouTube, most of them, but I never came across them. But I did make videos calling out a lot of the doctrines of like the Nation of Islam and the Moorish Science Temple and Noble Drew Ali, and I was led by the Spirit, so I remember some of the doctrine and the teachings of the Circle 7 Quran and Noble Drew Ali. So I would quote certain stuff or say certain stuff that Noble Drew Ali taught, and I would prove how it goes against the scriptures and the word of God. So planting seeds to try to wake some of them brothers up that believe in that stuff. Matter of fact, I was just on one of the Grand Sheik's channels from Baltimore, Taharka. I was on his channel. He was doing a video exposing well, he just made a video. He cool with the Nation of Islam, but I don't stand with the Nation of Islam. I don't believe in none of their teachings. I told him Master Fard Muhammad was a white man from New Zealand, and he said, I agree with you. But I don't want to do no teachings on them. Like that's pointless. It ain't edifying. I already showed y'all Farrakhan with the Mason medallion and all them little gold emblems on his shirt. So that's enough. We caught you Farrakhan red-handed. Just like Shaquille O'Neal, they got pictures of Shaquille O'Neal with the same stuff. Ben Crump is a Prince Hall Freemason. A lot of these black leaders are in the bourgeoisie, or whatever you call them. They set up these people to work against the best interests of black people. A lot of them are lawyers, doctors, attorneys. You know what I'm saying? They got athletes and sports players and entertainers. That's why they tell LeBron James, man, when you start sharing stuff like 21 Savage, we getting money like we Jewish on your Twitter, you can't put that out. You got to recant that or we'll fine you. Remember when LeBron shared that line from 21 Savage? Or Kyrie Irving when he shared the book from Hebrews to Negroes, Negroes to Hebrews, Ronald Dawson? This is why. Because they are trained, they are put in the same system. They might not be an educator like Ben Crump or a lawyer or somebody that's working in Harvard. You know what I'm saying? Because look, you got to look at it like this. All the historical black colleges, all the professors that teach about black history, ain't none of them got enough intelligence or knowledge to figure out how to get no reparation bills passed in any of these 50 states in the United States of America. Make it make sense. But they the smartest, and they've been professors for 20, 30 years. Make it make sense. They couldn't work together, the black politicians. Ben Crump could organize all the black Freemasons and get reparations passed for one state. Make it make sense, y'all. They selling us out. Ben Crump worked with Nancy Grace, y'all. It's sad to say it like this, but I'm just keeping it real. Matter of fact, the same people who are head of the Nation of Islam is a head of the Ku Klux Klan, which is the Jesuits. They report to the same people. That's why on Farrakhan, they were saying the white man, the devil, and then Elijah Muhammad came and switched it up because they didn't want to get looked at as a hate group or something like that. Remember? And then Farrakhan came out and he started talking about how black people's the real Jews and Jesus was black, and they said he was speaking hate speech and he was anti-Semitic. Remember when Farrakhan got banned? And then he just started getting really back out on the social media because he had all his people in his nation and the Nation of Islam promoting and sharing his videos. And then they started giving him like conference. He started getting back into doing work with other people, I guess. But they had banned Farrakhan. Nobody wanted to work with him at that time because they didn't want to get associated with being connected with somebody that's anti-Semitic. They shadow ban you and shut your platform down. So Farrakhan is a bourgeoisie. Remember, he was on A Living Color. He was an actor. They said, Farrakhan, nigga, we don't pay you to sit up here and act like we let you have a Million Man March and you still ain't get no reparations. You know your role, nigga. So just keep on playing your role and don't do too much because we don't want to have to spank you. They would have Willie Lynch Farrakhan if he really fought. These niggas be lying, talking about some separation else. The Nation of Islam, Rizza Islam, and 19 Keys and all them dudes, y'all are being misled and misguided. You work for the FBI. You niggas worse than Jay-Z and Gloria Perez, man. That's what y'all are. A bunch of misguided Negroes talking about some Allah and praying to Islam 5 times a day and you ain't never seen God, because you talking about more than one wife, right? Don't y'all believe in that? Like Muhammad went against the laws of the commands of God when he said that. But I'm gonna end this, y'all, because I ain't really got. You said I'm new here. I'm a girl. Appreciate you, Ace. Make sure you hit that like button. Corey Campbell, what's going on? Make sure you hit that like button, man. I don't know what we was talking about. We just went in for like 25 minutes, but I gotta end this. My phone is like, it's not charging. My phone is probably hot. Yeah, it's not charging. The car's on. When I do that, sometimes it overheat. So if it overheat, I'ma just end it. But we'll talk for a little bit longer. That's why I don't really like keep talking about the Nolan Wells. That's why I don't be trying to talk about the Nolan Wells topic too much, because I know that everybody that you go to get news from, like Willie D, he just did a video. Willie D just did a video with some black guy that's an attorney. Nigga, you worked for the same system that was selling our people into slavery, that didn't abolish slavery until the 1800s, feeding us in the alligators and hanging us on trees. Don't you got a bar association card? Just because you black don't mean you got our best interests at heart. Willie D could have put a white man up there. He could have interviewed Secret Service Sam. It didn't make a difference. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna make a difference. They telling this black man, oh, don't say too much. You don't want to give him nothing to fight against. So they telling him, well, don't even speak about the truth then, because the people who listening that did this, they might have, too much to debunk or whatever. Man, this is crazy. But we're gonna talk about the Nolan Wells stuff soon, and I'll be back, y'all. All praises to the Most High. Man, you're gonna get hunted down when we track your in the IP address. I'm taking a screenshot of your name, so we're gonna find out about all that you talking when I come back, and I'm gonna make a post about you and everything. We're gonna expose you. We're gonna get your IP address, so you better pray that the wrath of God don't come on you before the next 24 hours and he spare you, because the sooner we get to you, the sooner the wrath of God gonna come to you. We're gonna get your IP address. You're not getting away from this. I'm out. Peace be unto you. Repent. Apologize at the end of the video when I'm done, and I might not expose you. If not, I'm gonna make a post and we're gonna get your IP address, and the wrath of God gonna come on you. Yeah, I came back just for this dude. I don't know what happened to his message, but it's green screen time. Green screen time. This means the whole world get to see who you are. We get your IP address. Y'all see him at the bottom? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. See the screen. I got too much stuff on there. Dang. There you go. The chat is hidden. But you see his name? It says something 1866. Advocate something assassins. Yeah, we gonna catch you 1866. You wanna come on people chat and talk crazy? Yeah, we gonna get you. You can't run and hide. You better apologize. If you want, make a reaction video off of this and show your face and say how you sorry. You've got 24 hours. If I don't see no reaction video, I'm gonna expose you, man. Maybe not even 24 hours, less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours. That means you could do it right now, because as soon as I can get posting you up and putting up a couple scriptures, man, you're gonna be cursed, man. You better not try to make no more comments and leave comments on people's channels and stuff like that, talking crazy. Everything you say, it's gonna be getting documented in the database. The intelligence agency is gonna be on your ass. But let me get up out of here, y'all. I'll get back with y'all later.